This is a message to Brian Rose from London Real in response to the video you put out this morning, my friend. For everyone else watching from our channel, I want you to check out londonreal.tv, the website and the YouTube channel, and give Brian Rose some love and have a look at some of the stuff he's putting out regarding what's happening in the world at the moment with everything, alright? Because quite frankly, the guy has stood up and been counted, and because of the work that he's done in the face of mass censorship to promote the likes of David Icke. Now, for you guys watching our videos, you will know that myself, I can only speak for myself personally, I can't speak for the other guy who runs the channel, Richard. I can't speak for Richard, but he will speak for himself. For me personally, David Icke's work has been influential for the simple fact it allowed me to understand a lot of personal experiences I have had. I don't agree with everything that David Icke has to say. Actually, when this virus hit, I was quite vehemently opposed to David Icke, and in some ways I still am. When you did Rose Icke 2, someone very close to me said, watch this video because it's going to create waves. It's going to change something. And it did. And they've tried to censor, not just David Icke, but anyone now that's just saying and having an opinion, that's questioning the official narrative. That's tyranny, my friend. And that's tyranny you were standing up against. And people are finding ways still to speak out. Freedom of speech will prevail, right? It will. And it's by no small part because of what you did on Sunday with Rose Icke Free. You made a statement and you inspired, not because you just sat down with David Icke and did an interview, but there were people watching that because of all the fuss that was created about it, all the censorship and the positive message you guys have put out. There's people that I know that would never ever would have watched that interview that are looking at it and gone, I want to see what the fuss is all about. And at least if they don't agree with it, are making it, forming their own opinions and looking for their own evidence. That, my friend, is a win. And they're going to keep coming at you, right? They are. Because they're losing. Because they're losing trust. They're losing faith. They're losing public confidence. They're going to keep coming at you. And they're going to hit you every which way. And it's because the fundamentals of how we're living our lives in this world is changing. And we are being given that choice. We're either going to go this way or we're going to go that way. And one way, it's going to affect how we do business. It's going to affect how we interact. And it's going to affect how fair we are to each other. It's redressing the balance. And I know, because one of the things that we do on this channel is something called ITC, which stands for Instrumental Transcommunication. And this sounds a bit out there, I understand that, right? But it's a video, you can check it out for yourself. It says it's the spark that lights the fire. I did an ITC session, which is spirit communication. It's communication with the afterlife. And it's something that has been around for the last 50 years. Very sort of low key, but it's now starting to gain a lot of traction with people like Steve Huff. Very, very actually in its infancy and needs a lot of research. Right? And it's one of the things I'm passionate about. But I asked about you and David Icke because David Icke's work has come through doing our sessions before, right? And it said that you guys were the spark that lights the fire. And that's what you have been. And it seems like now, ever since Rose Icke 3, it's changed something. It's shifted something. It's changed the energy. Because we're seeing people now, articles where people are not social distancing, people speaking out and saying stuff in the mainstream. And you've said that yourself. But it's also said that this is a time of great awakening, my friend. where we start awakening to the love within each of us. And you play a vital role, both you and David. And there's going to be others, you're not alone. There's going to be others that are on your level where you're speaking to millions. There's people going to be speaking to thousands. There's people going to be speaking to tens, 1 or 2 people, right? As the alchemists say, as above, so below, right? And in that ilk, what you're dealing with, my friends, is a spoiled child that's had its way for so long. And suddenly the ones with the real power are saying, I'm not having this. And they don't like it. So they're going to throw their dumbs out the pram. And unfortunately, their toys are a bit more destructive than, a 2-year-old. But the principle remains the same. Keep going, man. Roll with the punches. Because the other thing that it was said during our sessions, you got this. And from this guy from South Wales, paranormal investigator who's half blind, that is doing the same as you, is probably now in the same place maybe you were 4 or 5 years ago when it comes to sort of putting messages out there. You have inspired me. I'm saying that from the heart. You have inspired me in so many ways. I can't speak for Richard, I can't speak for anyone else who watches this channel, but I just want to speak as a message from me to you, as you asked in that video. I don't normally do video responses. This is the first one I've ever done. And I just want to say thank you. Keep it going. And take care of yourself. And for any of us watching, any of you guys watching, we will be putting up new videos in the coming weeks. We've got quite a lot in the pipeline now. And there's going to be some exciting news shortly. You take care of yourselves, guys. Much love.